Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Gina Hart. This is the place where we make life yours. Today I want to talk about how to go for it. It's also another way of saying how to just really take that leap. Maybe you're thinking about changing careers or changing industries. Maybe you want to try something completely new, or I know some of you want to start a business, blog, or brand. I've taken many leaps myself, one being quitting my job, starting Gina Hart, and starting my own business as a life coach. Another one being entering a pageant, which I never thought in a million years I would do. And also my most recent leap was diving headfirst into acting. Now I want to tell you, none of these were easy. All of them scared the living crap out of me. But with my research and self-development and personal experience, I want to share with you 3 strategies to make taking the leap a little bit easier and a little less scary. So let's begin. Number 1. Prime your biggest supporters. So you might know the word prime by priming a wall before you put the actual paint on top. And what that means is the base coat. It's the foundation. In self-development terms, it means educating and talking to the people who you care about most and prime them about your upcoming adventure. I'm going to share with you 2 examples. I love to travel. My parents hate when I travel alone. When I was in college, me and my roommate really wanted to go on this trip to do a surf/volunteer camp in Costa Rica. I had looked it up, I had found the flights, me and my roommate were gonna share a room while we were there. It was all decided, I had it set in stone. In my head, I picked up the phone, called my mom and said, hey, I wanna go on this thing, I want your permission, I'm so excited. Flat out no. See, from her perspective, I had called totally out of the blue with this new plan, and was I even passionate about surf camp? Was I even passionate about volunteering in Costa Rica? She had no idea. So here's an example of good priming. There's this semester-long program called Semester at Sea where you travel on a boat and go visit a bunch of different countries as a study abroad program. My brother had previously gone on that trip, so for me, I thought, great, this is something I'm interested in. Let me plant the seed and start priming. So every time I did some research about it, I would call up my mom and tell her, hey, this is very interesting. I might want to go one day. When I'm walking down the street, I had spare time. I would also pick up the phone, call my parents and be like, well, junior year looks like it might be a really good time. Here's the prices I'm looking into. Here's the start date. By the time the applications rolled around and I decided I wanted to go, my parents were fully on board, and it made it so easy for them to support me. Why? I had primed them correctly. So think about some important people in your life who you would want to support you when you go on this new endeavor. Start having conversations about them, get that foundation going so they can best support you on your new journey. Number 2. Embrace your new identity. In other words, fake it till you make it. Sometimes taking the leap is so hard because you don't have the resources. You haven't met enough people. You're not even sure if this new industry or career is something you want to do. But when you can embrace that identity, then all those doors will open to you naturally. So here's a perfect exercise. Practice embracing your identity when you meet strangers. For example, every time I get into a Lyft, Uber, or taxi, I practice my new identity. So when I was still in life coaching school and still deciding whether or not I wanted to be a life coach, I would get into the car. Most often the conversation is, so what do you do? And I would say, well, I'm a life coach. Without yet being a life coach, without yet deciding that I wanted to be a life coach for the rest of my life, what happened after that was just magical if you think about it. We started talking about what it meant to be a life coach. I became better at explaining exactly what life coaching was, and he introduced me to more people in the field. How amazing is that? It was so much easier for me to transition and take the leap. Number 3. It is temporary. I'm sure maybe some of you are already freaking out like, Gina, I can't do that. I can't start telling my family this is what I want to do. I'm not sure. I can't start telling strangers this is what I want to do. Here is the thing. You only got one life to live, and this is one tiny pivot in your life. You guys, it's temporary. You're never gonna know if it's gonna work for you unless you take the step. And when you finally decide to take the leap and go for it, people aren't gonna be mad at you. They're not gonna be like, well, he was a lawyer and now he's a graphic designer and I'm pissed. If you do have some people like that in your life, their voices don't matter anymore, because this is about self-development. This is about you doing something you are passionate about. Don't forget, it may or may not work out, but you'll never know unless you try. To recap, number 1, prime your biggest supporters. Number 2, embrace your identity, especially with strangers that you meet. And number 3, forget about it. It's temporary. Let all that stress go. Give yourself permission to really go for it, because you'll never know unless you try. Before you leave, here's my challenge for you. If you are a person who's actually thinking about making a change, write in the comments below. This is the perfect moment for you to practice embracing your new identity and priming the Gina Hart community about what you want to do next. Take it easy, you guys. Thanks so much for watching and being a part of the Gina Hart community. I love you. Mwah. Number 2, fake it. Number 3, it is, the pains of doing this by myself.